Eagles racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready? Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Jackson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long.
Don't get nervous.
Looking deep for Jennings. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
McKenzie now to return it. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room.
This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
50. Check Mike 50. I don't think you got it, son.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, that's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Mike, 50. Your game up. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Topper!
On 1st down, Allen dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
50's the Mike. Baby, turn over. Let's get that ball.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. As these guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Keep playing hard.
At their own 25-yard line.
50.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They will run with Grant. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You better be ready.
On second down now. It's Grant. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
You don't want no problem from me.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
They go play action now. Jackson. It's complete to Grant. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 31-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play.
So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play?
Mike,
They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, here's Jackson.
Check 24.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 54. Exit.
Middle.
To throw, it's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom!
Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there.
Sack.
Loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bills 7, Dolphins nothing.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Watch the curl.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
15 yards. And the Bills.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All day, baby, all day.
From the gun, it's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
That's another Bills.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Hey, tight.
54, right
Now
there.
Allen
54,
again.
Mike. Watch the run.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment, takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And it's a huge return as he brings this all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This is Jennings. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
You can't block me.
This is Grant. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Last stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
She runs.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now they've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Let's go.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4.
At the 4-yard line.
Here we go. 49. 70 ending. Mike's 49.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
Here's Grant.
Run!
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Corey Grant,
Easy work.
his
It's easy
3rd
work, and it's
touchdown
coming
now
again.
on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The kicker on.
Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Hey, no, look, we got-
Buffalo
hey, we
offense
got
ready
Mike
to go
50,
for
Mike
their
50,
next
yeah.
drive.
Hey, we
That's
heavy on the
handled 2
edges, heavy on
extremes
the
already
edges.
in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception. And Singletary has it stripped. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this drive will start
That's
on the
our ball,
edge of the
baby.
red
That's
zone
our
at the
ball.
20-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
Here we go,
just saw
D, get off
another
the
one.
field.
Opportunistic by the defense.
Blitz.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen, they'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught.
Let's go.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Check, Mike,
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
Half 85, half 85.
So the shotgun snap to Allen.
You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler, Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Keyword.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Baby, boom!
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
It's our time.
And here's Allen. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Xavier Howard. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Now Jackson going to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Jakeem Grant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
He's going to go deep for Beasley. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. This pass to Jennings, and he makes the catch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Tackle there by Saran Neal out of Jacksonville State. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. On second and 9, Jackson. Complete to Bryant. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
49.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Baby. Keep working.
Gary Jennings with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical?
Right there.
Will they be calm?
Right there.
Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
On second and 1, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. First down, they're going to throw with Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen now 9 of 17 through the air.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it.
Let's bring it.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Mike's 50.
From the 25 on second down. Allen, and the grab by Croft. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line. Allen going to come to the line here, first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To the air, Allen escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Ready?
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Play home.
Push him back. Tighten up.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Buying time to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
You punk. Kill. Turn up.
On second down,
turn up.
Singletary.
Check three,
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be third down.
Recon, 152.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Hey. 4 down.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson is going to fire, and that's caught inside the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Touchdown!
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's our time.
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Record. They're coming.
From the gun, Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Now Allen. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see him really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Again, they'll throw with Allen. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dawson Knox with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills cut into that lead. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that'll make this a 19-point game.
Makes the score Dolphins 35. Bills.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27. They bought the house that time on a young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Now Allen, and that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And he finds a man on the crossing route. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A 14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Protein spill.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He don't know no better.
Allen gonna go on 4th down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
They go back to Grant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 48-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Pull it together.
Check.
They go play action with Jackson. They shakes him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Off the edge, Jerry Hughes gets the sack.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Trying to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end,
58, right over there, right over there.
Winds up getting
Mike,
buried for the
58,
loss.
right there.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Hey, 58 is a Mike.
Here's Jackson on 3rd
They're
and
running
long.
it.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Hey, check.
To throw, it's Allen. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
All day, baby, all day.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
49.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Brought in over the middle by Glenn. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
We got this.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Mike's 49. Bring it. Bring it.
49.
Throwing on second and long. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
You see me? They can't stop me
able
out
to
here.
drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very
58,
long.
boys, 58. Mike. Okay, double up. He's crashing.
Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception goes. They just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit.
Key 26,
but as you and I
key 26.
both know, it's not always just one guy's
Hey, you're on an island over there.
Maybe
Single
somebody ran
receiver.
the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
19 yards that time for number 19.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Count the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watch? And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Come on, fellas.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike's 5-4.
The Bills come to the line to start
Mike's
their next
5-4.
drive. They're
Get
down
ready,
big
get
here
ready,
late.
get
I
ready.
don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's
Make
get
it
out of
up.
here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami.
That's it, huh?
Touchdown,
Good work, boys. Let's go.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point right down the middle. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And give that one to the Texans as they wind up winners there. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
55,
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Let's go!
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Tight end right.
We got 3. We got 3.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Going deep here for Bryant. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Hey, watch the slant.
58's the mic. 58's the mic.
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he's flushed out right. Bryant has it.
Yeah, baby. Yeah,
Charles,
baby.
it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown.
There we go. There we go.
Indianapolis.
There we go. That's the touchdown. That's it.
John Ross with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 17-yard line.
Let's go. 50, plant.
58 is Mike. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on first down. Bowman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so,
Come get some.
you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
I knew it.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Here we go. Here we go. 30 base.
53's Mike. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Off the play fake. Bowman.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Yeah, Sanders now to return.
There we go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
Mike 53.
We don't want this.
Rush in. Rush in.
On second down now, it's Hines. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. That pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defense coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Naeem Hines, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Boom!
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to let it go deep for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's hit the field.
Operating from the gun. Bowman. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 21.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Check the backer, check the backer.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Here we go.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Watch the boot. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On first down, Hines. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
You got him.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You got it.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike, 54.
Go game. Go game.
Here's Hines.
36.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
With the score, Colts 21.
52.
Now Jones operating from the gun. He sets to fire deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They got them frustrated.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. It's going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
Let's go, baby.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Jones throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Raiders take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Typically down in the first half, I might say, well, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the... And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Leonard Floyd, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Looking to throw. Bowman. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Right here, so we got to step it up.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Off play action. Bowman. And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. Well, obviously, that has declined, and the result is a safety.
And what a momentum play that is, right? You never want to see a safety wiped out. You get the points, and you're going to get the ball back.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up.
Check 3. Check 3.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive.
Run.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen?
Nice hit, boy.
When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
At the 43-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Don't say nothing.
Second and 4.
Crash.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught.
Jones.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You crazy.
The Raiders take over first and 10.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
58's Mike. 58. 58.
Looking to throw on second down. Bowman. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You better talk to your boy.
Normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Check 40. Go.
Throwing on third and long. Bowman. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
The Colts take over
Let's go.
at the 48-yard line.
62, Mike.
Cut.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Check safety.
Here's Jones to throw again. Open there's Ross, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. That last catch winds up costing him 3, so now they'll need to convert on third and 13.
You don't want it.
Back to throw. Jones fights him off. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Pick
We
6 all
haven't even
day.
escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
53's Mike.
And Brandon,
53's
back in
Mike.
the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, He might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
It's our time. It's our time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
From the gun on third down. Bowman firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards there and a first down.
Playing to win. Let's
But
go.
give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
Well, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Mike's 5'4".
Pilot, 64, weak.
Night. Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge. Peek the edge, peek the edge, peek the edge. Right there, 54, right there. 54 Mike.
It's coming this way, coming now. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Bowman. And he's going to go down again. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Hey, exit.
Check.
Deep rip.
Back to throw.
53.
Bowman.
Here we go.
Well, the pressure gets to him
Here we
again.
go.
Leonard Floyd make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
We call that a
Here's
sack
the Raiders punter now. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On third down, Bowman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're still come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts are set up well as they take over first and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Come on, baby. See what you got.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines.
Get there.
Past the 12. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drive you deserve to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here I come
From
again.
the gun, Bowman. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set. 18 Gator.
Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world.
Ready?
Right back to him on 1st down. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Right over there. Yeah.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bowman. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go. Back to throw. Bowman. It's caught. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the... And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play?
Partner, I know I'm supposed to really describe what happened there. I'm counting on you for this one. That was one weird play.
Well, what I was going to ask you, in these situations, shouldn't these guys just dive on the football around the goal line rather than try to make a heroic return?
That's what they're taught, but sometimes in the heat of battle, sometimes that heroic stuff comes to the front when you really don't need it.
We got this.
Here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Don't get nervous.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 41. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw. Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sack, baby! Sack, baby!
It's second down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here.
Tight end
17 yards to go on second down.
Colts 39. Raiders 2.
Ready? Choose the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
You gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you
Now
gonna get this?
Jones off the play fake. Jones hit and the ball's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, fellas.
First and 10. At their own 19.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he will score. Touchdown,
Nice job, bro.
Indianapolis.
Keep doing it. Touchdown, baby. I see you over
That's
there.
the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play.
Here they come, here they come,
To
here they
throw
come.
on 3rd down, Bowman. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Number 22.
Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Mike 54.
Back to throw.
Oh, yeah.
Bowman.
Oh,
Nowhere to
Here we
escape,
go again.
and he goes
Here we go
down.
again.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, just like that. Just like that.
Campbell making the catch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Safety's creeping. No. Off. Rotate. Spell.
25. Check 25. Check go.
Looking to throw. Jones. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series. And because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I got you.
Back to throw. Bowman. Leonard Floyd. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left.
Under pressure, and they got to him again.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Bowman. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Here's the Raiders punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one.